Terrific. So
I like efficiency. It's
well,
better with the
I didn't
camera.
know how it was going to come out. I'm like watching. I'm like, oh man, that's really cool.
Thank you. I make it work out. It's I will teach you actually if you're interested in doing videos. Yeah.
uh, like I said, maybe for next year, like
Okay.
after HumanCon, I think I'm going to be more open to kind of. I've been trying for the last 7 years to
Okay.
lead by an example of what a human can do
Okay.
with just interactions
Okay.
and not have social media like we were talking about. However, I think that there's immense power in the interaction we're having right now in front of each other.
Mm-hmm.
It can't get replicated
That's true.
by a robot.
I
All right.
agree.
So I think it's always like it's like I don't know if you know the story, but the baseball hat, everything I've done in my business all stemmed just always organic. So a, a client, a financial advisor once said, Jamie, our appearance matters. And they were so
Okay.
adamant that appearance matters. And now, Kelly, we already talked about you on purpose do what you do, what people
Mm,
see.
right.
Your tonality about doing it, though, is you love it. Okay.
Yes.
Now imagine I'm talking to a financial advisor who's being told, you need to wear a suit, you need to do it,
Impose.
and they don't love it. It's not the enjoyable, yay, I get to
Right.
dress up. So I'm on a Zoom training with him, training him and saying, hey mate, your appearance matters. It doesn't matter as much as what you
Say.
say or think it does.
Mm-hmm.
And he goes, well, I'm not being told that, and I don't know if I believe you, Jamie. So in that
Okay.
moment, I said, you know what? I'm going to lead by example.
Okay.
I'm going to grow my hair out really long.
Okay.
And on the process of growing out my hair long, my mum goes, Jamie, I can't look at you. All right. So I'm like, well, what do I do to help my mum be able to look at me? I'm like, I'll get a baseball hat.
Okay.
So I decided to get a hat created,
And
which
that's
has the logo.
how
And so
I became a brand name for you.
it's
Personal
organic
branding.
branding, right? And then
Right.
I started when I went to order the hat,
I think
they
I'm getting
said,
fired.
yeah, they have to. They said you have to do a minimum run of 50. I'm like, I have no clue who to give 50 hats to. And then I thought, hold on a minute, I've got more than 50 clients. You know what?
Definitely.
So I got a massive run of hats done, and I just started giving them to my clients. And then I made it such a thing as the hat is not something you can buy. Like basically, that I've got,
And look at
I
that.
still have 60 odd hats in my
I want
closet,
one.
but
Of yours.
I've made it something where it
It's
can't be
duplicated.
and so
Right, I understand the point.
but it's so for
Right,
me
right.
with whole so next year
Mm-hmm.
with where I'm looking to go, I might actually turn around and be like, hey Kelly, I want to start.
Right,
Why? Because I do believe that if I'm try if my aim in life is to leave more of a legacy, more of an impact,
right.
there might be people where if I'm trying to do mass set, now notice I'm using the word consciously, mass amounts of people,
Uh-huh.
it might take social media or it might take marketing, things I
Exactly.
haven't done.
Exactly.
However, as a
Without
lesson,
removing
but
the
most
essence.
people we come across, financial advisors, realtors, loan officers, real estate investors,
Right.
they don't need thousands of people.
No, really.
Okay. Yet they're using a tool to try and get in front of thousands of people. When I'm here trying to say, hey, look, I can show you ways
Okay.
that you can get in front of when you quality over quantity.
Yes.
All
Which
right.
makes a big
But
difference.
social media, you lose the quality over you because you are speaking to everyone.
Mass. Right.
If I'm
I
trying to sell
agree.
you something, Kelly, I'm talking about, hey, do you remember when we met at da da da? And there's a
Right.
whole like load of interactions that have taken
Uh-huh.
place.
Okay.
If
The
I just wrote,
relationship based.
I'll give you a perfect example. Right,
Okay.
this is great for your audience.
Okay.
What do you know my name as? What's my name?
Jamie Miller.
Jamie Miller. Okay.
How do I
Right.
know
So
you?
watch this
Know
though.
of?
I have people that have done
Uh-huh.
business with me where I've
Okay.
used their services. I paid for their services,
Okay.
and they send me an email that says, James, I'm making this a less like so. If
Okay.
someone you know me as Jamie, you call me Jamie. If you
Right.
start calling me James, it's like dude, like what's the deal here? Like we're like
Right, right. Now
okay,
kind of like becoming a number in a way, which is
and that's
what
even with some.
somehow
I have
marketing
someone who
turns out to
sends
be.
me. I have someone who sends me emails on my birthday saying James, and I've known them for 30 years. Do you see where I'm
That's
like? So
funny.
what I'm going? That's
Yes.
quantity over quality. Like at least if your audience wants to constantly converse with their clients,
Right.
find out what their preferred.
To be called as, first and foremost, it is because it's tied up to the identity. Is it calls out even more beyond than the name. Like
Correct.
I'm actually, yes, I understand the point of it.
Okay. When anyone sends something on LinkedIn, like if we're talking to professionals, they all write the thank you for the connection. It's all
That you
generic.
already know that is just an autopilot that's not really actually. We don't even look at it.
Right. And so to go to
Yeah.
so if I'm trying to get to the masses, I understand it takes a more generalized message.
Right.
However, I've always had it in my head. I can so for instance, the room in September is going to have 2,600 people in it, but I would have been in front
Wow.
of every single person,
Great.
or someone is friends with someone that like
Right.
someone
Right.
you
Right.
know
Right.
has gone and got a ticket because they knew you
Right.
who got told by me.
Right.
But it won't be any sponsored advertising out.
That's amazing, actually.
You say
Very
amazing, but
organic.
right, but
Very
I'm doing
organic.
it on purpose. All
Right.
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 My belief in life for everyone out there, and it's just the way if you're doing everything from a good place of it's legal, it's good
Right.
morals,
Okay.
good ethics, with
Uh-huh.
good integrity for the person in front of you,
Right.
we should never have to apologize about how we're doing things. First
That's
off,
a good
all
one.
right, if those other things are in place
Of
first,
course.
all right, and secondly, we have to have our own convictions in what we believe. All right.
Okay. Can you
So
elaborate a little more on that?
so if someone tells me, Jamie, you should be doing marketing or you should be doing this,
And it doesn't
and
align with you,
and it
so
doesn't, I'm
already.
like, it's not okay. So
Right.
I would rather them look at me like I'm an alien and I'm in my own head with my own beliefs. Same thing for your audience. If anyone watches this
Right.
and you're like, you don't believe in what I'm sharing, I'm not here to force the
They
message.
can
It's
pass to the next video.
have
Yeah.
you had right when I first started my business, my ex-wife and my mum both said, Jamie, don't you think you should drive an Uber or do something else and make this a side gig?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't listen to them. All right. They both care about me and both
Right.
want me to do well.
Mm-hmm.
I think everyone needs to listen about who they're getting their advice from, where it's
Mm-hmm.
like, and if it doesn't align with your own beliefs, that's one. And then, not
And you
that
know
you
what?
asked
Something.
this, my only gift in my life to myself, if someone said, Jamie, what is your ultimate superpower? Now in America, people would say it's an accent. All right, in
Which does help, I can imagine.
it
But
does.
what is the actual superpower?
Well, it got me a very good-looking lady who you
There
met.
we
It's
go.
definitely in my
She is
life.
beautiful. Shout out to her. She is beautiful.
Right. So watch this. I think we all need to own our miscellaneous ingredients in life. One of which, for
What do you
me,
mean?
my miscellaneous ingredient is I've got an accent. I was born in England.
Great.
You have an accent. You haven't
Yeah.
changed to fit the American. Like I'm not going around trying to put on an American accent. I would fail miserably doing that.
Exactly.
So yeah, miscellaneous ingredient is my British accent. That's
Okay.
fine. The key superpower that I have, though, in my head
Mm-hmm.
is, and some people look at this as a negative connotation. My superpower is my naivety.
Naivety.
All right. What
Okay.
naivety basically means to me is this: the whole world gets programmed to think a certain way.
Right.
If I choose to think different and I can believe in the way I'm thinking,
Okay.
I'm able to live a completely different existence.
Because you're creating it from your point of view.
Correct. So I'll
Uh-huh.
give you an example. So Kelly, for the listeners,
Right.
we're going to do what's called fill in the blank right
Okay,
now.
let's fill in the blank.
Okay. Every time I do this, you just say the first words that come to your mind. I do this, you just pop out the first word that comes in your head.
Okay.
I was told, even growing up in London, I'm older than you, all right? that you have to go to school. All right. Now you're from Colombia, aren't you?
Colombia.
Okay.
Yes.
Colombia,
Medellin,
Colombia,
Colombia.
Medellin. All right. Like,
Which is a
okay.
lot
I
of
love the way
love.
you say. I say Colombia with a British accent wrong, but I love the way you say it. Okay. When you were growing up in Colombia, okay,
Yes.
you were probably told go to school.
Definitely.
Okay,
Yeah.
so we're both told go to school. When I
Yes.
was in school, I got told you have to go to college. All
Mhm.
right.
Mhm.
Now, in order to get in the best college, when I was in regular school, I got told to get in the best college, I have to get really good.
Notes.
Is our grades called notes?
Yes.
Grades are called notes in Colombia, for a record. Okay, everyone, grades are
Notas.
called notes.
Buenas notas para poderte graduar. Good
Okay.
notes so you can graduate.
Great. And then it didn't stop there. In college, you get told that you have to get more good
Notes.
notes. Okay, for the American audience, that's grade, you're probably saying.
Great.
Okay, and then when you leave college, all right,
You gotta find the best
You-
job.
well, you don't want to live at home. Your parents don't want you living at home anymore. So you have to learn to make some
Money.
The only way we know to make money is go and get
Work, a job.
a job. Okay. And then have you ever been asked what or taught what does JOB stand for?
No.
Okay.
JOB job. What is it?
JOB stands for just over broke. All right. And then with that just over
Just over broke. Take some notes. I like it.
And then the audience, when they listen to this, be like, yeah, I was told get grades, earn money, get a job.
Uh-huh.
Okay, what's
Then
this?
find a wife or a husband, then get married, then get a kid.
Well,
and
it's a
then retire.
puppy first, then a ring.
Yes,
The
you're
puppy
right.
first,
You're
then a
right,
ring,
you're right,
then
you're
the
right.
marriage. All right, and then
keep
in
working.
our case, it didn't work out first time round. All right,
No,
and then you
next
get
one.
then you get more emotionally intelligent in life, and then you
Exactly.
find someone that's more your piece. All right, so
Exactly.
okay, and then the idea is to understand we don't have anything ever figured out completely. That's
We're
too much
trying it out.
ego.
Mhm.
Here's the point though. Everyone's getting programmed to go and get grades, earn money, get a job.
Mhm. It is.
How does that work out for most people?
They end up being broke and unsatisfied
Okay,
and dying without fulfilling their purpose or their
And-
dreams.
that is why I say my naivety is my
Okay.
gift, is my
Okay.
superpower, because I don't live that life.
Now you have been removed from that
I've removed
program.
myself from the corporate mentality.
Right,
Entrepreneurship
right,
success is
right,
based
right,
on
right.
how you program your brain
Okay.
to think differently than
The rest.
grade, job, life. That's why
Mhm.
most kids in school, when they're C grade,
Mm.
the A grade intellectual students,
Right.
they're not the most successful ones.
Exactly.
They end up working for
For
the
someone else.
ones who were not so.
Because from the very beginning, the whole strategy was created upon a plan to make it work for specific, let's call them, I don't know, organizations, people, monopoly, however you want to call it. But yeah, that way we're being programmed on a specific way, depending on the place where we live, depending on the family, depending of like many different components that create. But for the most part, there is kind of like a similar path, right? Which is the one we just spoke about. And yes, that brings me to a point which is pretty crazy to grasp for me, and is that I think it was Napoleon Hill that mentioned this: 98% of people, only 2% of people find their purpose in life, which leads to 98% of people pretty much died not even knowing their purpose, and if they don't know it, of course they can't fulfill it. What do you believe about that? What do you think about that?
Listen, Napoleon Hill did enough studies on people, all right,
Mhm.
to understand probably from a predictable pattern what generates success.
Right?
I can tell you that anyone who's in corporate who's looking to become an entrepreneur,
Right?
all right, this will be a common theme. When I left corporate America, the first sentence that I said, and I started I think I shared this with you the other day, maybe, my goal started in an entrepreneur journey on focus on the money. So it was like, I said, I will be happy if I earn. It was like, okay,
X, Y.
X, Y, if throw
Right.
out a figure. I don't do that now. My goals are now aligned with time.
Okay.
What time? Because we're not going to get our time back,
Mm-mm.
right? enjoyment. Like, guys, if I asked you, do I seem like I'm working really miserably right now? And if
You're
you're
having
saying I
fun.
seem like I'm miserable, then you're not reading exactly what's going on. I'm not doing a good job of sharing.
Right.
It's fun. And that leads to the point of, if people out there can embrace naivety, it means that if someone says you need to make 100 calls every day, and they quickly go in their minds, I don't think I'll enjoy that.
Right.
Is there another way I believe I can get business without placing phone calls?
Mm-hmm.
They might connect the dots that I'm actually a living example of someone who's getting business right now.
Without making those 100 phone calls.
I'm not making I'm right now being interviewed by the lovely Kelly, sharing please God value with an audience.
Yes.
All right, which
with
ends up being a good reflection on Kelly.
Yes.
To you guys. But
that
then
comes
on top,
back to you.
Then the people are like, I think this guy can teach me something. Okay.
Right.
Now people have to embrace, whether they're realtors, can they embrace the same strategy that I've done here?
Okay.
Yet, I'll give you an example. Realtors we live in Florida. A lot of the people we know live in Florida. Probably a lot of your audience who listen in, Kelly, will probably live in Florida.
Yes.
Okay. So why are realtors who live in Florida not seeing or connecting the dots before they learn it here to reach out to podcast hosts, the Kellys of the world, who live in New York and New Jersey?
Right. And that's
if I'm a realtor down here, I would reach out to the Kellys who live in New York, New Jersey, and say, hey, can I provide educational value on what it's like to move from New York to Florida? And then have people who are listening and being like, well, we're moving to Florida. Can we get that realtor's information?
Exactly.
It's not rocket science, but people don't necessarily, if they're being programmed to do this all day, they're not being programmed to understand the power of this.
It doesn't even come as a possibility in their mind, as an option.
And that, my friend, is why we were talking about what I'm going to do be enjoyable? Is it going to be exhausting? And the first point that we had with each other before the cameras were rolling was, if you really want success in life, the sustainability part really comes down to, how hard of a sell are you doing?
Right? How hard of a sell are you doing?
To yourself.
How hard of a sell am I doing? That's a good question to ask.
They get to see your tonality. Watch this, everyone.
Okay.
Kelly, right? Are you miserable, or do you enjoy putting yourself together like this today?
I have fun with it.
Okay, look at her face. Everyone, look at her facial reactions.
I do. All right? I do.
Now, are you an actress? Are you lying to me?
I have acted before, but this is coming up 100% natural about it. But I will consider myself as a journalist.
You're a journalist, yes. However, what you put.
I will do it if I'm here.
Some people are putting themselves together.
Right.
And if you ask them, is it a hard sell or an easy sell? It's a hard sell too much.
Is it for me?
Not for you. For others, if you look at your tonality, when you answer that question, your camera will have picked up and everyone can see your face lit up. I
feel it, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Your audience, whenever it comes to doing something, like, Jamie, do you get excited about getting on the stage? Absolutely. Now, there are some people out there in the world who would be like, I would absolutely, supposedly public speaking, they're scared of it. So I say,
which is very common for a lot of people. Okay. I've realized that, actually.
Okay. So one, I'm going to first let them know it's okay to be scared of public speaking.
That's
first
good.
off. Second off, if it's something that is a hard sell, I'm here to say, don't do that.
Because it's exhausting your energy, draining you. So in the first place, most likely not going to have a positive result.
Right. So figure out another way that you get in front of human beings. Now, as a lesson for people, if you are aspiring to be a speaker, some people will say, think of the room naked. I'm here to say, do not do that. All right. Second lesson some might teach you is focus on one person in the room that is smiling or something of that nature. But if you do that and they stop smiling or they stop paying attention, you're going to be in your head that you lost them.
Right.
So my suggestion, my lesson, maybe next week I might feel a little bit of this. I'm now decades into this, so probably not. But let's say I was feeling even butterflies or a fear of getting on stage.
Right.
My guidance that I went with that hopefully helps people is before you're going up on stage or you're feeling nervous or apprehensive, whatever you might be feeling, think of an event in your life that you can anchor that was bigger and worse that's taken place in your life.
Okay.
That will make the talk that you're about to give peaceful, so less relevant. So I'll give you an example for me. If I was ever nervous or feeling away, I would think of I had to watch my dad, my hero, go through chemo and cancer.
I didn't know that.
Right. Wow. Because I don't but the point, the lesson is this: if I think of my dad going through that,
right,
the next thought in my head is nothing in this room can throw anything worse at me than what that did.
Understand. Now I understand the point.
So if you think of a lot of women as an example, Kelly, a lot of women out there, if they're mothers and they're going to go up on stage and they're feeling nervous, I can't tell it for them, but my belief would be going through bearing a child is way bigger than any speaking engagement they can give. That if they anchor, like I was in labor for 13 hours with this kid, and now they're going to speak for half an hour.
They'll feel on superwoman power.
Okay, so it's for their own internal talk before they're going to go up on stage.
Right.
So, and I only share that because some people say they want to speak on stage, but they're nervous or they're scared.
Right.
If they anchor bigger things that are taking place in their life.
I really like that analogy, actually, the point of view, because I was thinking that you were going to tell me, think of something positive, think of something good where brings calm. But then in the opposite side is no, think about actually what makes you, I will say to some part, maybe have thicker skin, maybe in a way. That's how I can
if you think about
reflect it. But that yet will make things more peaceful and will gain back confidence, authority, and confianza, trust.
It's just what gives you peace in that moment. So you go up on stage and you're not it will just give you
blank on the mind, whatever. Huh.
I mean, obviously
really
there's
like
a little bit more. There's a little bit more
notes.
to, when you go up on stage, if you know what the first question is going to be that you're going to ask the audience.
Okay.
Once you get that out, the rest of your talk, sometimes you're in your head like, what am I going to say?
Hello. Part of the bloopers. And by the way, I'm not planning on editing this. Part of what I do is I like the genuine conversations and the real stuff.
Well, that's why I was so you'll appreciate this next point.
Yes.
For you, I'm pretty sure that when you and Andres separated, you must have gone through a mix of emotions.
A lot of them, for sure.
Okay, if you anchor what you had to go through then, before you go and speak, there is no stage in the world that will, if you anchor, how did I feel in this moment? I dedicated my time, my energy to this relationship.
Right.
It didn't work out. And Andres won't mind me sharing, or anyone in the world, I've been divorced. We all go, everyone on this, if we're going to be authentic.
Yeah, it is.
Has to be able to anchor some kind of storm or something they went through in their life.
Yeah.
It could have been a breakup when they were teenagers. It could have been whatever. How did I feel in that moment?
Moving from another country. People can relate with us as well. A lot of people.
If your audience is moving from another country, I promise you, they've definitely been through way more. I would actually, if I was to debate it, I would say that's their gift.
In fact,
it's a gift. Every foreigner who comes over here from any country who doesn't speak English or speaks English in and you own your in Colombia, like you say it again for the camera.
Colombia.
There you go. No, but but the point is, you're not trying to change. There's an element of
the essence.
Building rapport. I've dealt with a lot of, I was just at a meeting at NAREP this morning. All right.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So
I'm actually a NAREP 10 certified trainer.
Okay. Well, I've spoken on the stage there. I love it. The whole culture, the dancing and
Right?
everything. It's great.
Oh, it's
So,
amazing. It feels like family.
but when I've had Hispanic clients, one of the things
Right.
they've shared with me is, Jamie, I'm really good at getting Hispanic clients, like, because they're getting the same. Like, I'm Hispanic, they're Hispanic. It's easy.
Bond.
They're like, Jamie, I want help getting the American.
Right.
But here's what happens: their self-talk is negative. They're like, I'm great with my own, where
They're
I
already
build
putting a
rapport.
resistant.
It's I'm struggling to. They think that they're struggling to bring on an American audience because of
Which in fact that is their gift.
it's a
That
gift.
makes sense.
If they can anchor that where they've come from to here, and they can embrace that,
Right.
all right. Our biggest mishaps in life, our biggest mistakes we ever make, they always been our greatest gifts.
Definitely.
Always. Like, my dad
Learning
passing
points.
away was the gift that got.
Okay.
I wouldn't have been, if my dad was still alive.
What?
I wouldn't be sat here in this chair. Why? Because I
Why?
wouldn't have gone for it. It was for me, losing someone very close.
Right.
Right, the first person close to me that I lost, that gave me a sense of, Jamie, if you don't stop what you're doing, you're going to be miserable.
Woke up. You woke up.
I woke up.
Right.
You're great. You know what? Andres might have taught you.
My separation.
You
for
taught
sure.
you every
That was my
relationship
moment I
before
woke up.
Stephanie is great lessons.
It doesn't take the pain away, but that is actually what.
But you have to embrace. But you have to embrace who you are. You have to embrace who you are. Most people, especially since obviously a lot of people are from real estate industry.
Yes.
Every time someone goes to them, what do you do for a living? And they say a statement, I'm a realtor, or I help people buy their dream homes, or I'm a loan officer. They have basically taken all the miscellaneous ingredients, everything that's poured into them that they love, and thrown it away, because they've now made themselves. They've now made themselves like everybody else.
Put it in a box.
Yeah. So I'm saying, look, Kelly, can we all agree she embraces authenticity? The what you see is not going to be come across. If I go, what do you do? You're not going to be like, you know what? I'm going to make myself like everybody else.
No.
And that thankfully is where I get to obviously help people in life.
Right.
But like, if people can embrace my heritage, there's a difference. You don't throw up on people
because
who
then
you
there's
are.
Ego.
You don't make it. These are my non-negotiables. These are my things. The difference is this: it's understanding the ability to make it into a question. So instead of saying, I am these things, or you be like, hey, is it natural what I'm thinking right now? The second that you pose it into a question.
Okay.
All right. Like, so let's say I am Hispanic and I'm over here.
Okay.
All right. And I'm trying to get business from an American person.
Okay. Let's say.
All right. I might turn around to them to build rapport and say, hey, have you ever come through any interesting hardships, or have you ever had a conversation with someone before where after leaving it, you felt a sense of, if only I could have asked this? And has that ever happened for you?
Yes.
It's happened for everyone. If someone says no to you, run away from them. But
the mask is on at that point.
Right. But so if an Hispanic person turned around to an American and said, hey, has this ever happened for you? Have you ever gone into a conversation with someone, and when you've left it and driven away, you thought, I should have asked this? And they're going to say yes and be like, well, look, are you more caring about how I sound when I speak, or are you more caring about the level of service that I'm going to provide you in getting your home sold?
Okay. Is the art of asking the right question?
Correct. Because the second they go, look, I could turn around right now very easily and say to the audience, hey, guys, do you care more about appearance and what I'm wearing? Or do you care more about the value of the content I'm teaching? If someone says they care about appearance, I'm fine with that.
No problem.
But they're not my person.
It's not going to resonate. Right. And that's totally fine.
But if they feel like we're completely different, I go, hey, do you care more about my appearance or value of content? And they go, value of content.
Completely change the perspective.
I now I'm not telling them in the statement,
Ah,
guys, you have
okay.
to accept me. This is me, Jamie Miller. I wear a baseball hat and I've been doing this for 7 years of teaching people. I've taught
That's when you lose the audience.
You shouldn't even care about my appearance. It's too in the person's face.
Right. Just literally throwing at it, and right, and that's at the point where people are like,
If someone looks at you and they create a first impression
mm-hmm,
that's not a lot, or you read the room and you feel you're having a thought or feeling,
right.
just turn around. Hey guys, how many of you, like me, believe authenticity is a lovely notion?
And that's
And
how you
now,
switch the environment.
because now you've got everyone on board, you should have everyone on board,
Of
rather than
course.
you telling everyone, hey everyone, what
This
you
is the
say,
way I feel or think or blah blah blah.
they don't care. In, out.
They're gonna be thinking, what's in it for me, the audience.
Right. So that every time you put it on the other person of, have you ever felt this way? Or you know, is how I sound when I speak important, or is it more important what I actually bring to your table?
Okay.
The second Hispanic does that, any audience, American, Hispanic,
They're all
will
gonna
go,
agree. Of
yeah.
course.
Someone selling a home cares more about the service.
Of course.
Okay.
That the way it looks or talks or does.
So let's say an Hispanic person is going to the most luxury listing in Winter Park, all right, and they're speaking to like American of all Americans, okay?
Mm-hmm.
They could still turn around with him, right, and be like, look, do you care more about how I sound when I talk, or do you care more about
The results.
me actually getting your home sold?
That's going to completely change the environment, the perspective of view, the trust that you create in them.
And it will help the Hispanic realtor to build confidence in themselves. The second that they say, I care more about you getting the home
Right.
sold, they will feel a sense of, okay,
calmness.
yeah,
Like a deep breath.
you got it. So hopefully those were some good.
It's amazing.
There you go. And that's all I care about. And that's the other. Actually, that's a nice part for everyone to understand. When you're going out there into the world, obviously we talked about doing activities you enjoy. Then it's a case of compounding those activities. Last week I was in here, or actually beginning of this week I was with Gabe doing something similar.
Yes.
Okay.
Almost a week ago.
Okay, I enjoyed that. Now I'm here doing this. I enjoy this.
Yes.
It's just all compounding, enjoyable scenarios to do.
I have a question.
Yeah, go for it. No, go on.
But for somebody that's out there that maybe is in the corporate job or maybe is in doing a job, right?
Right.
And they're trying to do this transition from working on a job to being an entrepreneur.
Right.
And they do understand the importance of doing things that they enjoy and they love. But at the current situation, they can just make a jump from yesterday to today. It's going to be a process. Are we agreeing on that? It's going to be a process, or do you believe? So I guess my question with that
I don't know if your audience is ready for the answer.
Okay.
I don't want to sound like Jack Nicholson from Few Good Men. You can't handle the truth, all right? Do you see that? Right?
Yes.
So look, again, we all have.
I think the truth is most important than anything.
And so I'm gonna. I guess I'm
I'm
garnering some understanding.
Okay.
Right. First off, I think we talked about. I've had to reprogram you.
Right.
If you're programmed in corporate, the hardest thing is the leap in the first place. So I totally get. You're right. But also Napoleon Hill, way more knowledgeable than me. All right, did studies.
Both of us together, yeah.
98% of people who try and do anything are not going to succeed. All right.
9 out of 10.
Well, it's just whatever.
Wow.
You said 98%. Like
yep.
I
wow.
Look, realtors. Like how many? What percentage of realtors did not sell a home last year?
It's usually an 80-20%.
Right. Okay. So entrepreneurs that are going out there, I still say go and do the jump. I'm not saying I did the jump. The best thing.
Try it out.
I think it comes down to this notion. Your self-talk is the most important part, and the the enjoyment factor of always. So your business will evolve. You'll learn lessons as you go.
Yes.
All right. One thing I've never done, I don't do anything that injures me. in any area of life. If I go to a gym, I don't lift a weight that I can't lift because I might injure myself, so I don't get to go
Got
back
it.
the next day. All right. With business, I don't spend money on marketing. I've never spent money on marketing that I didn't have, so that I can't come back from something. All right.
Okay.
Two, the self-talk, the questions I ask myself, sometimes multiple times a day. The word believe is on the back of my phone. A client got it for me. All right.
Belief.
Believe. So my business is not based on a business plan. So as entrepreneurs, if you feel compelled to do a business plan, I'm here to tell you, you'll never get started. The psychology is the business plan is something where it's for a perfectionist. All right. I still don't have a business plan to this day. Kelly, you know where I've come from to where I am today. No business plan. All right.
That's impressive.
You say impressive, but I've seen many people, impressive people out there, do business plans, and it causes more analysis paralysis.
It's true. I also don't have a business plan.
Right. Okay.
I had an idea of it, but I never actually had a business plan.
No, so this is my mission. So I was actually going to get to this lesson too.
I'm glad.
People remember the way you leave them feeling.
Yes.
All right.
Know what you
if
say.
I ask, have I been to the audience, have I been a good reflection on Kelly today? If you're saying, yes, Jamie, you've taught some information, here's the deal. That's why business comes my way. It's not what I do. It's, am I a good, so every time you meet other people, Kelly,
okay,
if your own aim, mission number one, is not money, I don't care about money. I don't care about making it transactional.
Exactly. It's a relationship.
I become a great reflection on you, and then here's what happens. Hey, Jamie, would you come and speak here? Or your audience reaches out to you. Kelly, would you have Jamie come and speak here? It's non-transactional. It's just a reflection of the other person. If everywhere you go or your audience goes and they do things with abundance without caring about the monetary side of things,
right.
What will happen is the money will end up coming their way.
It's a result.
But the problem is the reason people struggle is they're too much in a scarcity mindset. So when they get in front of someone, they think money. To go to your original point, I went 3 months from May of 2019 to September of 2019. I earned zero. So 7 years ago, when I started my journey, had the idea, I didn't earn money for 3 months. That 3 months is usually, if you've heard Napoleon Hill, have you read the book Think and Grow Rich?
Yes.
Okay.
I've listened to it.
Do you remember the part digging for gold? And he's 3 feet from gold. There was a story in the book. There was a guy digging to find gold. He stopped 3 feet and quit.
Almost there.
And then the next guy came along and just dug and then found gold. Okay. You can go and read the book to verify the story.
And it's a really good one, in fact, anyway.
Okay. I was 3 months in. Most people
will give up after, I don't know, maybe a month.
Right.
Something like that.
Everyone creates New Year's resolutions. I'm going to go to the gym, and then January 13th, they're giving up on the gym. Okay. I said, I do it. I did it this year with TikTok. I'm going to do TikTok videos.
Right.
I gave up. Why?
It happens to all of us.
It was because I didn't want to do a hard sell. So for your audience, that is, I love, here's the funny thing. No one knows this. My greatest fulfillment in life is helping younger generations to overcome social anxiety in how they conversate because they're looking at devices. 2, it's how do I help other aspiring entrepreneurs leave corporate environment because I had to do it, right? But it means that they have to understand, one, they might go 3 months without earning $1. Doesn't mean they quit.
Right.
The second part of it is the questions. First question they need to ask themselves is, do I believe in myself?
Do I believe in myself?
First question.
Okay.
If you answer that with a yes,
okay,
at the beginning of their journey, they might have to elaborate, why do I believe in myself?
Why do I believe in myself?
The second question they ask is, can I get someone else to believe that I can help them?
Can I get someone else to believe that I can help them?
Okay. At the beginning of that journey, they might have to elaborate, why do I think that?
Why do I think that? Makes sense.
Okay, and they might have to anchor someone that they've helped, all right, with something. The third question is the money question.
We're on the fifth one.
Well, let's go. If the why questions in between are more for when you're first starting out, you have to elaborate. I'll make it simple with 3s because everyone likes 3s. Okay, first question, do I believe in myself? Second question, can I get someone else to believe I can help them?
Okay.
The third question is the one that puts money in your pocket. Can I get someone to place a high value on what I bring them?
Uh-huh.
If I can,
For
if
sure.
I believe myself, I can get someone else to believe I can help them,
Okay.
and I can get them to place a high value on what I bring them,
Okay.
I have a business. Without the business cards, business plan, website,
Without even a name, without nothing, like
nothing.
just the understanding of that, and it makes a lot of sense.
If you get in front of another human being,
Uh-huh.
all right, and you believe in yourself, meaning you'll come across with some self-belief, which will be
Yes.
important. And then you ask them, do you believe that I can help you? And they say yes.
Yes.
Okay, Kelly, what value do you place on being good in communication? Low or pretty high?
High value.
High amount.
Yes.
I haven't shared the figure yet, but like you would see it
Right.
saying, okay, I can stick any amount of money in my pocket on the basis of how those self-talk questions go to then go externally and talk to people in the world. If I ask anyone, do you believe I can help you? They go, yes.
Yeah.
And here's what I love. Most people in life are spending money on coffee every day.
Every day.
Okay, they're spending
The
money on a
latte
car.
effect. It's called the latte effect, actually, which compounds. Now they were talking about compounding.
But they spend money on cars.
Yeah, cell phones.
Okay, cell phones. All right. They've spent money at a lot of have gone to college.
Yeah.
Okay, I ask any room, hey, the things I've taught today, were they taught to you in college?
No.
Okay.
Definitely not.
Okay. The things I taught today, were they more valuable for putting money in people's pocket than
Definitely,
what they learned in college?
yes.
Okay. So as long as I'm less than what someone paid to go to college, it would be a sensible investment.
I see it.
Now, what I'm doing is I'm not telling the audience this. I'm asking the questions so that they answer it. So if then anyone says, no, I'm not junior trainer, I'm like, well, you've spent fortunes on something else and you do believe that I can help you.
Yes.
Which one of us is not thinking straight? Do you see? And so I feel like we covered a lot of different things. Here's the good news. Kelly, you know me. You know at any time that you want me to come along and do this, I'm happy to.
Thank you. I appreciate your timing.
No, thank you.
And the energy exchange.
And I know you're going to make me look good on
Yes, I will. That for sure I will. Yes, yes, yes. So, guys, just stay tuned for the next one because this is an ongoing teaching process that I'm happy to have you guys here. I'm happy to have you here, and I'm happy to be sharing the stage with everybody. So, thank you.
Awesome.
Jamie, have a wonderful day.
Thank you. You too, Kelly. Cheers.
Aloha. Wow.
I felt like that was good.